Jam enters the Center for the Arts and goes into the black box studio. He throws his bag into the corner and turns the house lights on. Quickly, he goes into the control booth. He sets up his microphone and beat pad. Testing, testing. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a public service announcement. If you know somebody in your neighborhood, who's buying up the block, selling hoop dreams, and making you feel like you're less than what you know you're worth, then just know that somebody is mobbing through your hood. Jam pulls out the Beat Poet Festival flyer and reads aloud, "Express who you are." He pulls out his voice recorder. Voice journal activation. Start. So, all of this talk about express yourself, find your voice, Jam, define your artistry. I find this real counterintuitive. I find this real redundant. Why do you want to know so badly, huh? Why are you so quick to fit me in a box? Is it for your lineup? Just throw him in the artsy-fartsy category or put him with the urban demographic. Yeah. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. He's like a mix of Carlton and Will. Look, I know I think way too much. It's just, I know who I am. I just have a hard time convincing others that I know who I am. Jam pauses. He remembers Waez's words from earlier.
There, now you're officially Jam Boom Boom. What does that even mean, anyway?
Suddenly, the studio doors fling open and enters Waez.
Jam Boom Boom. Are you up there?
Yeah. Waez? How'd you know I was here?
Oh, lucky guess. Nah, I seen your IG story. It said in the stew, so I figured you were here too. I just wanted to give you your second pen. I just finished it in the shop.
Waez hands Jam another small button pen. The design is a pink devil emoji with no face and 2 curved horns coming out of the top of its head. Wow, Waez, wow! And it's exactly how I described it to you.
Of course. What's the alter ego's name again?
Amir de Oscuridad.
Oh, spicy. All right, here, now I have to take a picture of you and put it on my Instagram. Great. Meet Jam Boom Boom and Amir de Oscuridad.
Oscuridad. It's Spanish for darkness.
It's getting pretty late. You want to head home together?
Yeah. Well, no. I was just going to finish recording this poem. I caught inspiration earlier, and I don't want to let the momentum die.
Say less. That's great. I'm going to head home. PROFESSORSTEIN just kicked me out of the wood shop. He says they're doing maintenance or something.
Oh, this late? Weird. Well, okay. Be safe. Text me when you get home.
See you Moonday.
Jam goes back into the control booth. He puts his hand over his new button pen. Jam Boom Boom, he repeats to himself a couple of times. He grabs the microphone and begins to record. And when you see someone mobbing through your hood, give Jam Boom Boom a call. We'll show you exactly what to do to empower yourself and hold it down for your community. 2:33 a.m. Jam is finishing up the editing process when someone opens the studio door. They only walk in far enough to quickly shut the lights off and lock the studio from the outside. Excuse me? Somebody still in here? Shit, it's 2:30 already? I get that it's late, but I have 24-hour access. Hello? Jam jumps down from the control booth and attempts to open the door. It's locked. He remembers his keys in his backpack in the control booth. Before he heads there, he hears an ominous chant coming from outside. He lifts the blinds from the door window and sees a single file line of hooded figures walking from the building lobby to the workshop. He quickly puts the blinds down. What in the... Jam slowly lifts the blinds again so as not to be seen, and he gets a better look at what's going on. The hooded figures are walking in a single file line, holding a single lit candle in their hands, chanting undefinable words. The hallway lights are off. Jam closes the blinds. Quickly, he jumps up to the control booth, saves his project onto his drive, and exits out of the computer. He grabs his phone and goes live on Instagram. He starts to whisper into his phone. Jam Boom Boom here. Look, I don't know if anybody is up right now, but if you are in for something. What? Yo, I put this on everything. There were just some weirdos walking down the hallway, all singing something together. Hold on, y'all. Jam grabs his bag from the control booth. He opens the door ever so slightly as not to make a sound. He follows the hooded figures down the hallway and into the wood shop. So there I was, slowly trailing behind the group of...
Excuse me? What do you think you're doing?
I'm narrating what's happening in my life at this very moment.
That's not your job. It's mine.
What? How is it not my job? It's my life.
Yeah, but I am the observer.
What does that mean?
I'll explain later. Move over. Anyway, where was I? Oh, right. So there Jam was, slowly trailing behind the group of hooded figures. See, Jam was not fearful at all when it came to new situations. He embraced the opportunities for adventure, even if that meant procrastinating on his schoolwork.
Excuse me?
I digress. What he needed to do now was stay incognito as he followed the hooded figures down past the large rehearsal rooms, around the corner to the staircase, and down through the wood shop. One hooded figure stayed behind to close the door between the bottom of the main stage theater underground access. Jam was close to being caught by the person and swiftly made a cut to the wall separating the underground access door to the hallway it connected to. He held his phone to his chest and suddenly felt the buzz. Someone had requested to join the live stream. It's KT.
Oh, okay. I couldn't tell whether this live was clickbait. What is going on over there?
At this point, Jam was panting so hard after having pivoted so swiftly as not to get caught. He switches the camera to his face.
Yo, there is some spoopy stuff going on around here.
Is this another one of those performance art videos? I admit, you got me good with this one.
No, just hold on. I'm gonna keep the camera on.
Suddenly, Jam remembered he too had access to the space underneath the stage. He shuffled through his school keys, placing the phone on the ground. Waez had requested to join the live. Jam, in the middle of struggling to find the right key, put Waez in.
Jam, are you still in school? They haven't kicked you out yet?
No, not yet, but I can see why they wanted the place to be cleared out. There's a group of weirdos going down underneath the Urian stage. Nobody turns the lights off on Jam Boom Boom and gets away with it. Oh no!
As he is saying this, he finds the stage key.
And I'm going to discover what's going on.
Jam, what are you talking about?
Jam picks up the phone and quietly inserts the keys into the lock and slowly turns the knob. Suddenly, a foul smell fills his nostrils.
Oh God!
Jam immediately closes the door.
What was that?
Jam pulls the door back, having grown accustomed to the smell quickly. He notices an orb of light, the only visible light in sight, illuminating from the bottom of the underground stage. The light was emitting from a fluorescent sword, which sat in the center of the pit, next to a black cauldron being filled with ingredients.
All right, y'all. You think theater is dead, huh? Well, it's not. It's alive, and it's right here in front of your very eyes. Do you want to be entertained? Do you want the truth? Jam Boom Boom is about to go on an adventure to pursue the truth.
Jam slips one foot onto the spiraling bridge. The bridge leads to the lowest level of the underground stage. The chant from the hooded figures picks up again.
Do y'all hear that?
That's probably just some fraternity initiation chant. I wouldn't spy around unless their ritual won't work.
This seems a little extreme for some college frat ritual, don't you think? Like they go this far as to manifest endless kegs?
I'm just saying, Jam, be careful.
Jam continues down the spiral staircase, getting a better look at the scene. He turns the camera around. 5 hooded figures stand circling a large cauldron of what looks like green porridge, the cause for the smell. There are 5 lit lamps circling the figures. They all continue to hum with their hands stretched out toward the luminescent sword. Jam takes advantage of the loud humming to advance his steps further down the spiral bridge walkway. Suddenly, the humming stops, and in an instant gesture, the figures put down their hoods to reveal their faces. Jam freezes in shock, with his camera facing him. KT instantly took the opportunity to screenshot Jam's facial expressions.
Oh, this is gonna be blackmail one day.
Jam, is the video frozen?
The video was not frozen. It was still streaming in real time. What had Jam's face frozen in shock was who was revealed underneath the hoods of the hooded figures. It was his advisory board. Professor SHUN, Professor Tile, Professor Opp, Professor Trine, Professor Square, and Professor PROFESSORSTEIN, all standing in the circle. Jam drops his jaw at this revelation.
I just don't get it. What are they planning down there? Is this how they pick the plays that get produced next season, or?
The professors continue in their ceremony.
Dearly beloved, we chosen ones of the Flaming Sword Society are gathered here today to get through this thing called academia. A funny word, academia. We have pushed through year after year with little to no recognition by the International Instructors Board. No support from our creative endeavors by the way of grants, sabbaticals, tenure, not even an extra stick day. Pathetic. But tonight, all of that changes. I say we 5 instructors are worthy of grants. Grants! Sabbatical! And sick days.
What? You said sick days.
Enough!
The 5 professors align themselves into a star formation.
And now, comrades, come join in our praise to the Archangel Oriel. May he cut through the limitations of this mundane reality with his flaming sword of truth and fulfill our deepest desires. Hear this prayer we sing to you. Spoils and riches be our pursuit. Bypass the natural order too, and bless us with the rights of the Institute.
Wait, this is a song, right? Shouldn't we then, I don't know, sing it?
I'm not much of a singer myself.
I second that.
Nonsense, Tile. You sang fabulously at the karaoke bar last night.
That's because I was drunk.
Enough! The moon is minutes away from aligning with the sun and Therese, and we are minutes away from our fortune. Do not ruin this for me. I mean us. Ruin this for us. Now, Trine, grab the cauldron. Did everyone bring their ingredients?
Up above the professors' heads is Jam. He's been filming the entire time.
They're cheating.
What?
Yet all they do is preach to me how hard work pays off, how I should continue to show up and be inspired and grateful for the opportunities they bestow upon me. And look at them, doing some fake voodoo rituals. And for what? For them to keep their positions.
I don't know about all of that, Jam, but I would leave out of there before you get spotted or something.
Yeah, I agree, Jam. Just leave now and act like nothing ever happened.
Are y'all insane? This is retribution. All they're talking about, finding your voice. Work hard, Jam. You'll get there one day. And look at them, finding shortcuts just to get sick days. Ha! The hypocrisy. I will expose them.
Jam zooms in on his phone. He sneaks down a few more stairs, getting closer to the scene. The last steps makes a creaking noise.
Jam, you seem really invested in solving this mystery. Don't you have a presentation to complete or something? Are you sure you aren't just procrastinating again?
Jam pretends he didn't hear KT, but he did, and it got to him. And in typical Jam fashion, he evades the truthful assumption KT just made by,
What was that? You guys, I must have just doing the light right here.
The professors carry on.
They can only tell me to find my voice. They can't tell me how to find my voice. God, I was so stupid. Thinking they had all the answers, but I have all the answers. I knew it!
Getting carried away, Jam begins to jump up and down. The momentum causes his Jam Boom Boom button pin to fall off of his shirt. The pin drops towards the professors, hitting the spiral staircase on its way down. The pin then plops into the cauldron where the professors were adding their ingredients to the foul-smelling potion stew.
What was that?
It must have been dinner. Excuse me.
Professor Steen traces the pin back to the starting point from where it fell, up above. His eyes focus in and Jam is spotted. Professor Steen locks eyes with Jam.
No, it came from up there.
The professors look above them, spotting Jam, who is staring back at them, frozen in fear.
Oh no! There cannot be any witnesses!
I thought you cleared the entire building up.
I did. I didn't see a single soul.
Well, you didn't do your job, it seems. Loud noises.
As the other professors are yelling at each other, Jam and Professor Steen hold eye contact. Professor Steen is livid with anger. Jam trembles. Trying not to hold another second, Jam swiftly makes his way back up to the entrance. He slips, causing his second button pin to fall towards the professors. This time, Professor Steen catches the pin.
Should we go after him?
No.
But the ritual? Having a witness outside of our group means that he too will receive the benefits, but without putting in the effort.
I know how the ritual works. Professor Opp, everything happens for a reason. We'll receive our blessings through Jam Boom Boom.
Jam heads out of the door and runs out of the Center for the Arts building. Jam hadn't experienced fear in a long time. He mastered stage fright early in his life, putting to rest those nervous jitters he would experience right before the show goes up. But this wasn't a play for school. This was real life. Jam tried to calm those jitters on the bus ride home. He tried to calm those jitters when Louis asked him for money again. He tried to calm the jitters when he walked back into his apartment to find Tyler still slumped in the same position he left him. Jam thought eating another brownie would help him calm the jitters, so he ate 3. It wasn't until Jam was completely passed out in his bed, deep within the confines of his mind, that he was able to finally calm the jitters and find peace.